now tuned into the Truth with G. Inspire, educate, and uplift. If you can't handle the truth, this ain't the show for you. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So sit back, relax, and buckle up and enjoy this ride.
The Truth with G. The Truth with G. The Truth with G.
All right. Welcome back to the show. Listen to that radio. I am your boy Diagram. You know me. You want to get we all that to talk about issues that matter to you and your community. How's everybody doing today? Hope everything is well with everyone. It's Monday. We are back on the grind. Another week, another start to another week. Going to be an interesting week here. Interesting week in Florida. So we're on the watch. We'll talk about that in a minute. But guys, want to thank for joining me right here on the Truth with G on WPMM. We're here every Monday, Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It's the time you can catch me. And when you're not, if you can't catch me at that time, I'm always posting the show on Facebook, Ttwg Graham. Ttwg Graham is the Facebook that you can catch me on. It's always posted on my page, so you can always go back and catch the show at a later time. So, again, once we're here every Monday, Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m., unless, you know, I have a daytime obligation. Sometimes my daytime obligations run into my nighttime obligations, so I may not get on every Monday, every Thursday, but we're diligent in our efforts to do so. So I thank you for joining. I appreciate my listeners, my one-time, first-time listeners, my sometime listeners, my loyal listeners, my ride or dies. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming into the show. Appreciate you. You know, it's been over 4 years, about 4 years and a couple, 3-4 months since we started the show, and everything has been rolled along. And like I said, some people that have been with me since day one, and I appreciate you listening. If you're there, let me know you're out there. Hit a thumbs up, hit a heart, hit something. Let me know you're there. Drop your comment in the comment section if you're listening on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, if you listen on the app, you know, but anyway, on WPMM, we play more music, we play the best R&B, jazz, neo soul, hip hop, old school music. You can catch us at WPMRadio.com. It's the website. We're also on YouTube, Alexa to play them. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can catch us just about on any streaming apparatus, so make sure that you do that. The views and opinions expressed by individual radio hosts and guests are of their own and does not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WPMM Radio. WPMM does not intend to rely on any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. So now that we have that out of the way, tonight, Monday Madness, we're going to talk about several topics tonight. And because Monday Madness is an understatement when it comes to what's going on in the world today. Madness is not even the word but you know, I had to, you know how you got to put your letters together. Eminem, Monday Madness, you know how we do it. But it don't describe what's going on. Like I said, I want to hear from you to drop your comments into the comment section and play along tonight and topics of conversation, because I want to hear from you. And I think, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't be skeptical. Don't be scared. Don't be hesitant to tell the truth about something. Now, what is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to say. Don't be scared to tell the truth. If you tell it, nobody can hold anything against you. Only people that's pissed off at the truth are the ones that you tell them the truth about. They don't want that truth to be known. They're the ones that's pissed off. So I know I talk about some controversial. They're not even controversial. They're just truthful situations and telling the truth about it. So they're not controversial. They're not meant to be controversial. I'm just passing along factual information. I may do it in an aggressive fashion. I may use some words that may not be used. Church folks may not use them between 11 and 2 on Sundays, but they use them the rest of the week. And I know I'm straightforward. I don't parse my words. I don't hesitate to say what's on my mind. Again, it's because it's based in fact. So if you listen to the show, don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to participate because you're worried about what somebody's going to say, or you're worried about what your job going to think if they see this post, that, and other. Like I said, as long as you are based in truth, you have nothing to worry about. Because with my job, I don't give a damn. I want somebody to approach me about something that I said. As far as my job is concerned, I'm waiting on that day. But like I say, they can't say anything to me because I am speaking the truth, and I don't care. But so for people that are listening, don't be scared to comment. Just, I don't deal in gossip. I don't deal in rumor. I don't deal in, anything that's made up or whatever case may be. As long as we're talking facts, you can comment on this show. If not, I'm going to call you out. That's how we roll over here. But anyway, tonight, Monday Madness. I put on there, I said, my job is to call out stupidity. It is. And that's what I choose to call it stupidity and ignorance, and not just call it out. I call it out, and then I give you the factual information on the bullshit that people put out. And I just said a word that I said I wasn't going to do tonight. I said I'm not going to use a expletive tonight. I guess I'm throwing that part of it. I've already said something. We're going to try to refrain from this tonight. We're going to see how this happens. It's going to go down. So, I had stopped cussing for a lot of years. I didn't start back cussing until the orange idiot got in office, and I seen all the stupidity that came out in the United States, how stupid people were, and how people, the stupid people don't understand normal language. You can't speak to them in dictionary words. You have to kind of go to the streets with them to get them to halfway understand, to get it to register with them. So when the orange idiot got back in office and all the stupidity, I kind of started back using a word or two here or there, and then it kind of escalated, and here we are. So, Mr. Adams, what's going on, Mr. Adams? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well with you. I know you, I forget if you're a cowboy or an eagle. You're eagle. I know. They tried. They might get them. Anyway, we're not going to talk football tonight. Mr. Adams, he put a comment in. He said, I'm sick of hearing people say Kamala Harris is not black enough when it's this madness going to stop. And since you brought that up, and I think I don't know if this was on my topic list tonight, but since you brought that up, I'm tired of black people just being fucking stupid. That's what I'm tired of. I love my people. I'm not anti. I'm just black. My people, but it pisses me off. My black people are so times that irritates the hell out of me. And now it's difference in being ignorant and being stupid. Ignorance is just you just don't have the knowledge. You don't have the information that you need to make a sound judgment. That's ignorance. Stupidity, you can't really fix stupid. It's hard to fix stupid. Not saying it's impossible, but it's very hard to fix stupid because they don't comprehend. They don't think. Thought process is not it's not with the mainstream, if you will. Their thought process is off. There's a chromosome missing some fucking where in their brain that allows them not to understand reality. So it's hard to fix stupid. Ignorance is just lack of knowledge. We can fix ignorance, just pass on. But stupidity gets years, and got a lot of fucking ignorant black people that go along with this foolishness. You know, Kamala Harris not being black enough, Kamala Harris not being this, that, and the other, Kamala Harris not being direct enough and detailed enough when she talk about what her plans are and this, that. You know, stop being fucking stupid, people. Stupid, ignorant. Just stop. If you don't know, just say you don't know, and go to somebody who knows and get educated. But don't carry around stupidity, you know, stamped on your forehead. And that is, man. And I ain't calling no names because, you know, I ain't gonna call my brother out, but you know, I love him like a blood cousin, but he's very, very ill informed. I finally heard somebody who thinks Trump is the right person. I finally had a conversation with somebody that had that mentality that Trump is a better candidate than Kamala Harris. And I was almost blown away. I was fucking amazed. I couldn't be lost for words because I had to keep my words in order to be able to try to educate and to try to point out the idiosyncrasies that go along with the Republican Party and their thought processes. And you know, if it wasn't for that, I'd have been lost for words, and I just sat there with my mouth open in amazement because I actually spoke to someone who believed the bullshit that the Orange Idiot and the Republican Party is spewing. I was blown away, and I told my boss that I'm not through with you. I'm working on. I'm gonna get you on the other side. I'm gonna get you to see reality because he ain't seeing reality right now. I kind of opened his eyes a little bit to show him that a lot of stuff that's being spewed, a lot of the ignorance that's being spewed on the right, not just from the Orange Idiot, from everybody on the right, because they have been recruited to be cult members, and the cult members are going to follow their leader, and they're going to say what their leader said. Only cult member that's saying something opposite of what the cult leader is saying is JD Vance. And he's too fucking stupid to get on the same page as Donald Trump. But both of them stand saying stupid shit, but they saying opposite stupid shit. Trump say something stupid, Vance says something even more stupid, even though that's not a word. But yeah, I'm my black people. Y'all got to get it together. Blacks for Trump should that's an oxymoron. That shouldn't even be spoken in any sense. It shouldn't happen. And I don't understand why you don't understand the seriousness of what I'm saying in this. You know, for black people that are supporting Trump, I encourage you to read Project 2025. Read it through. Read it for comprehending. Don't read just look at the words on the paper. Read to comprehend. And you will see that Project 2025 is going to put your dumb ass back to Jim Crow. Now, if you're going to go in there and vote for Jim Crow laws, then you might, I'm on the path of ignorance, but you're borderline stupid as fuck. Okay, you know, I'm trying to stay on the path of ignorance. Like I said earlier, ignorance is just lack of knowledge. Stupidity is it's hard to fix stupidity. But why would we want to go backwards? There's been too many efforts for us to move forward for us to go back. We can't let the deaths of like Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Emmett Till, we can't let those people deaths be in vain by being stupid and by being ignorant and not wanting to educate ourselves and to the point to where we can make a common sense decision. That's what it's about. Common sense. You don't have to be educated to have common sense. You really don't. I promise you don't. You don't have to have a 4.0 grade point average to have common fucking sense. You don't have to have a college degree. You don't have to have a high school diploma to have common sense. Common sense should let you know and let you point out bullshit when you see it. Especially if you got one person saying it's raining outside, and then everybody outside is standing there in fucking sunlight, sun beaming down on them, ain't a drop of water coming out the sky. But you're gonna believe the fucking idiot that says it's raining outside. That's not common sense. You heard how stupid that sound? Did you hear how stupid that sound? I know my analogies go way out there, but did you hear how stupid that sound? You got one person saying it's raining out here, and then you got 100 people standing outside in fucking sunlight, the sun beaming down on them. It's hot fuck. Ain't no water nowhere. But you believe the person that says it's raining. That's fucking stupidity. That's not ignorance. That's fucking stupidity. And that's what the Republican Party wants you to be. Republican Party wants you to be as stupid. That's being stupid. Be ignorant. Hate yourself. Knock out the ignorance, and then move forward. But it should not be a black person that votes for Trump, particularly a woman should vote for. I mean, shit. Let me just leave it at black person. It shouldn't be a black person. For you men, let me get this off my chest before I move on. For you black men who are supporting Trump, if you support Trump, I have to question your overall judgment. I have to question your overall respect for women, particularly black women. I have to question all of that because the orange idiot has no respect for black women, period. No. He's saying and doing in regards to hair. Look what he's saying and doing as far as Letitia James. Look what he's doing and saying about the black judge prosecuting him. Look what he's saying about Fonnie Willis over there in Georgia. Look what he's saying about the reporters, Abby Phillips and the other reporters that ask him questions. He only attacked the black women. Attack the black women. Y'all always call them nasty. That's a good word to call black women nasty. Like your nasty ass didn't go raw dog in this porn star. Like your nasty ass ain't out there molesting children. Like your nasty ass ain't out there on birds. But he want to call somebody nasty. Black women. He has no respect for black women. So as a black man, for you to support a old white racist and a rapist, that's just beyond my comprehension. Fuck a policy, fuck legislation, fuck a vote. If you're going to support a white racist rapist over a black woman something is seriously wrong. How can you have any respect for the black woman that you may be with right now? How can you have any respect for the black woman that birthed you if you was born of a black woman? How do you have respect for your sisters, your nieces? How? If you're going to support this man, like I say, fuck policy, fuck legislation, all that. We're going to throw that out the window. We're talking about human decency. Adam says, is not right come out and try. And you know what? Even with that, with the whole, even in that, this asshole came out and said, "Oh, I don't know Diddy. I don't know Puffy. I don't know him. I really don't know him. I never met him." That's what the orange idiot said. He never met Diddy. But just Google Puffy or Sean Combs or Diddy or Puff Daddy or Baby Oil King or whatever you want to call him. You go Google him and just Google Puff, Baby Oil, Diddy, Puffy Combs, and Donald Trump, and see how many pictures come up with them together. See how many pictures come up with him and Melania. See how many pictures of him come up with him and his ex-wife. What's her ex-wife name? Ivanka or not Ivanka? Whatever his ex-wife name is. See how many pictures come up with them. But he never met them. But we got dumb folks out there that's going to believe that he never met them, even though the evidence is out there. They're going to believe it because they don't want to cure their own ignorance. But if you're a black man and you support this man, I question your judgment, I question your integrity, I question your devotion to a black woman, to a woman, period. Shit, it don't have to be a black woman, but we're talking about black women in this particular context. How can you have respect for your own mother if you support somebody who don't respect your mother? Don't respect anybody that looks like your mother. Black man, ask yourself that question. If you can answer that question and feel good about your answer, then go and vote for the idiot. But don't be a dumbass. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Be stupid as fuck and be labeled stupid as fuck for the rest of your life. But if you want to side on the side of human decency, I'd rather you not even go and vote than to go vote for this rapist. I'd rather you sit your dumb ass at home and not vote for anybody. If you want to say, Trump policies are better than what Kamala Harris is proposing. But here's the stupidity in that statement that I just said, because Trump don't have any fucking policies. How can you put Kamala Harris policies down and her agenda down when she's been putting her agenda out there and been identifying everything that she want to do, and when she gets in office or whatever, she's been laying it out there. Trump ain't came up with a fucking plan to wipe his ass. But you gonna say, well, Kamala Harris, she ain't being detailed enough in her policy. Fucking Trump don't have a damn policy, anything. And stop being so fucking stupid to where you can't see that. I talked about this before, that the Affordable Health Care Act, some of you know it as Obamacare. Let me take you dumbasses back for a little bit. Let me take you back a few years. When Trump brought his raping ass down that escalator, and he stood in front of that podium and he called Mexicans every name but a fucking child of God, and he said, on day one, we're going to replace and repeal Obamacare. Repeal and replace was his statement. That was his whole fucking campaign. We're going to repeal and replace. We got a plan we're going to put something in that's way better than the Affordable Care Act, and again, I'm gonna call it Obamacare, so you can know what I'm talking about. Then we know we got a great thing in. We're going to replace it. We're going to repeal it, and replace it with something bigger and better. That was his whole campaign, other than talking about grabbing pussies. When people don't want him to grab a pussy, he talked about that too. Remember? So if he had to grab your girlfriend pussy or your wife pussy or your mama pussy or whatever, I guess you're okay with that because you support this type of foolishness. But anyway, Obamacare. Let's get back to that. He was supposed to repeal and replace day one. Remember when he won the 2016 election? He was put in office in January 2017, January 2017, and he had 4 years to sit his dumbass in the White House and do nothing, and he never replaced Obamacare because he never had a plan. He never did anything with it. But now he's been out of office 4 years, and now he's saying, we're going to replace Obamacare. We got some bigger and better. Than when they asked him about your plan and told his dumb ass that you said that back in 2014 when you came your dumb ass down the escalator. Why didn't you do it while you was in office? And then he admitted, well, we don't have a plan. We have a concept of a plan. The fuck? But you dumbass is going to vote for him. Didn't I say I wasn't going to cuss? I did say that in the beginning, didn't I? I might have said one or two cuss words, so y'all forgive me. Stupidity tends to bring out the worst of my language. I apologize, y'all. Y'all Christian folks, y'all forgive me. Don't put me in hell. But anyway, if you're a man and you support Trump, you're a fucking idiot. If you're a woman and you support Trump, I hate to talk about my black women, but you're a fucking idiot. Because he don't like you. He just want to grab your pussy. That's all. He don't give a fuck about you. But y'all too stupid to see that. So, we're 6 weeks from Election Day. We are 6 weeks from Election Day. Mr. Adams say, Jesus knows your hearts. I appreciate that, Mr. Adam, because like I say, I know y'all Christian folks put me in hell. So most Christians way more in church. That's a whole nother time. 6 weeks from the election. Tomorrow will be 6 weeks from the actual election day, November 5th, 2024. It's election day. In some states, the early ballots have already went out. As far as voting, you can start voting in states that the ballots already went out. We haven't started yet in Florida. Georgia, they have a plan in Georgia still. Even though Trump called Georgia last time and say, "Can you find 11,000 votes or whatever?" He tried to manipulate and find some votes. Now they're changing the rules. They're changing the rules in Georgia, and hopefully the courts will overturn that bullshit that they try to do in Georgia to change the rules to where they're trying to have the ballots hand counted versus counted by machines, which could push the ballots, the counting of the ballots, because you got over 5 million odd ballots that has to be counted in Georgia, which could push it beyond the date, if you will, which means that the election could possibly be determined without Georgia being playing a role. And this electoral bullshit is still in the it's even being talked about now that Kamala Harris is on track to definitely win the popular vote by like 2 points. Now, keep in mind, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote against the orange idiot in 2016. She won the popular vote by 2 points, a little over 2 points, which amounted to over 3 million votes. And you see, she's not president. And that's because of this electoral college bullshit that was put in place because of slavery, because the slave outnumbered the white that were in the South. So they had to put had to implement something to balance it out to where the white representation in the South was equal to other parts of the country. So they came up with this electoral college bullshit, which should be abolished because we're not fucking slaves anymore. But we can't get enough people in legislation to overturn or to propose legislation to change this electoral college shit. And that's exactly what it is. It is bullshit. Trump won, even though he lost by over 3 million votes, he won the office. That makes no fucking sense. And I don't care how you add it up, how you count it, how you look at it, that makes no sense at all. That's just like playing a football game and saying, you know, a team scored 100 points and the team scored 3 points. But the team scored 3 points, win the game because the winning team had 5 more players on the team, but they had not on the field, on the team. The winning team scored 120 points. Losing team scored 30 points. But the losing team wins because the winning team had. See, it don't make sense. My analogy is it can't even make it make sense. So there's 2 states right now that's in major play, and that's Georgia and it's Arizona. Those 2 states are crucial right now. Last election, Biden won Georgia and Biden won Arizona. That's how he was able to get enough electoral votes to win the election. Right now, Georgia and Arizona are polling to where Kamala Harris is behind as far as the polls, and I don't put a whole lot of thought and a whole lot of effort in with the polls. But however, sometimes the polls are indicative of what exactly it's going to look like, what it's going to be when the actual election. So, like I said, Kamala Harris is polling right now to win the popular vote, but it's no guarantee. It's nothing saying that she teaches this electoral college. So we have to be diligent, you know. We got to get the black people. We got to get the people, the dumb black people, that are actually stupid and ignorant right now. We got to get them on board and get them to thinking with common sense. 2, we got my feed there, and hopefully that every time I start talking, that man Facebook. I think I lost y'all. My apologies, but it just happened every time I started talking about these right fingers. It happened. But we got to get out and vote, people. The black vote is going to be so crucial and so important to this election. We have to show up 90 plus percentile of registered voters, black people. We have to show up. We need 100%. But if we don't show up in the 90 percentile, we're going to lose this election. Black people are going to lose. It's going to be because of black people. And idiot is already setting it up to where if he loses, him and all his are going to have fucking fit and try to start a civil war if he loses. He's already setting it up to where even before a vote has been submitted, he's setting it up to where it's rigged against him. And I can't even go into all the details as far as what he's trying to do when they're trying to do anything and everything in every fucking state to sabotage the election so that they can say, you know, it wasn't fair. Excuse me, yo. So, get your ass out and vote. Black people need people intelligent and not biases. I don't want to call myself stupid, but I will. Let's see what else we got going on. What did I say? 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And for you people that's talking about the economy and the economy, inflation, and this and the other. Let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all a snippet about inflation. We had this thing called a pandemic. And with this pandemic took place across the globe. Took place all the way across the globe, all the way around the world. Coming out of the pandemic, everybody was in suffering. If you, I hate the word suffering. Everybody's economy was compromised. Not just the United States. Every country was compromised. And by those countries being compromised as far as shipping of goods, but as far as people able to move goods and this, that, and other. So we're still live there. So Facebook fucking with me again. Mark Zuckerberg, you must be a Trump supporter. Because every time I start talking about your boy, you try to cut me off. Let's see, Mr. Adams put a comment here and said, do you know that Project 2025, they want to give police immunity, total immunity for any crimes that they may have committed, which means they'll put their knees on your neck or shoot you in the back and they cannot be prosecuted. Yes, I do know that is part of Project 2025, immunity for police officers, to where as long as they're doing whatever they're doing in the line of duty, they cannot be prosecuted for what they do. In other words, they're giving that license to kill a nigga. Damn it. Yes, I said it. Project 2025 is giving the green light to hunt black people. And you dumb fucks want to vote for Trump. Now, irony is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. I ain't putting nothing bad on nobody, and I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. But if your dumb ass go out there and you vote for Trump, and then you go out and you want to, play militant at some point, and you want to peacefully protest, or you get pulled over by a cop somewhere, and and you don't put your hands on the steering wheel fast enough, and he shoot your dumb ass through the window and kill you. Then your family's going to be grieving because they can't do anything to the officer that shot your dumb ass. The officer's going to walk. He'll be put on administrative leave just long enough to where he can, polish his weapon and clean his weapon and get it ready to shoot the next nigga. So if you vote for Trump and you get pulled over and harassed by the police, just shut the fuck up. Just take whatever he gonna do to you, he or she gonna do to you. Just take it. Take it like a Trump supporter. You want to be MAGA, be fucking MAGA. But don't complain about the police whooping your ass or shooting you in the face for no fucking reason, and they have no accountability. I'm trying to understand. I really wish I could understand. I promise you, I wish I could understand the mentality, but I can't. It makes no sense. And if I can say a positive word on being a Trump supporter, I promise you I would. If there was any element of his campaign or any element of his administration, if he wins, if there was any positive element of it, I promise you I would tell you. I would pass it along to you, because I would pass it along so that you can make a decision best for you and your family on who you're going to vote for. If there was anything positive that's coming out of his campaign, there's zero. There's nothing positive to come out of his campaign. And I'm trying to get you people to understand that, especially you black people. There's nothing positive. Mr. Adams put another comment. Did you know that in 2025 they want to round up 20 million immigrants they say that are here illegally, which means that if you look like don't use that word alien. See, you put that in there. If you're illegal immigrant, they're not fucking aliens. Don't use that word anymore, Mr. John. And if you look like an illegal immigrant, they can snatch your dumb ass up and take you in. It's going to be like, again, it's taking us back into the days of slavery, where people have to walk around with their fucking papers. You know how when slaves were free, they had papers, and once the slave catchers, seen them, walking through the woods or walking somewhere or going through town, they had to show their papers. That's what it's going to be like. But do you think these Trump supporters going to pay attention to what kind of papers you got? No, they're just going to take your dumb ass in and send you back to a country that you've never been before. That's why I need y'all to stop being stupid. Just stop being stupid. But anyway, 6 weeks from tomorrow is the date that we go and cast our votes. I hope that you do cast your vote early. Don't wait until the day of, because the Republicans are going to try to pull some dumb shit on election day, to where there's some type of intimidation tactics. It's going to intimidation tactics at the polls. They're already talking about Trump. Already talking about putting people at the polls to watch what's going on. And in most of these states, you can open carry. And in these states, these dumbasses are going to be near the polling place with these guns and these MAGA hats and these flags, and they're going to try to intimidate people from voting. So go ahead and get your vote in early. I tend to go to the polling place on election day, even if I ain't voting. I intend to go. Matter of fact, as it stands right now, just based on some other things, my plan is to take off election day so I can be available to go around to different polling places just to call out the bullshit if I see it. Miss Fancy is on. She said, "Do you think they lack sense?" Oh yeah. Do I think they lack sense? I don't think they have any sense. I think they just senseless. Like I said, I can't understand a person that supports Trump, and I don't understand it not because of being black or white, just by being fucking human. I don't understand it. Because if you have any ounce of humanity, any ounce of human decency, human respect, you can't be a decent human being and go along with what the Republican Party is doing right now. Go along with what the Orange Idiot is doing right now. You can't feel good about yourself if you going along with this bullshit. It's not possible. And if you do feel good about yourself, then something is seriously wrong with you. You really need to seek professional help. You need some counseling, some fucking exorcist. You need something, because it makes no sense. What's going on, Mr. Pugh? Glad to see you on here. He said they are brainwashed in a cult. You're exactly right. And I don't know if you was here. I don't know if you was on in the first part of the show, Mr. Larry, but I was telling people that I actually talked to a black person that supported Trump. And even though I was blown away and I couldn't believe what I was hearing, I couldn't believe what was being said, I kind of got an idea of why people, black people in particular, or some black people support this man. And it's scary. It's fucking scary. It's a scary thing that people are that naive, that ill-informed, that ignorant, to where they will believe anything. They will believe anything that is beyond reality. And they won't believe the truth. They won't believe facts. They totally disregard fact and will believe anything that is made up, that is fabricated. That blew my fucking mind. And as this conversation went on, I mean, I'm spitting straight facts. I'm spitting facts like I got snuff in my mouth, and I'm just spitting facts. And they tried to rebut all the facts that I was giving them, and they was rebutting the facts with bullshit that is being spewed by the MAGA cult and by the Orange Idiot. And let me give you one example. Off the top of my brain, we was talking about the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists. We know that's where Trump came in and actually sat down and took questions from a panel of black people, and he fucked it up, and he said all kind of dumb shit, whatever the case may be. And then he claimed, Kamala Harris, she didn't come here, and she didn't. But I even explained to him, he was like, well, Kamala didn't show up at the NABJ. I'm like, she wasn't supposed to be there that day. I said that if you go back and watch that interview, before the dumbass even came on stage, they announced that Kamala Harris, the same invitation was extended to her. As far as that particular day, Kamala Harris was not available for that day, but however, she will be rescheduled for a different day. Whether it be live or whether it be virtual, she will be scheduled for a different day. And just so happened, this conversation took place like 2 days after Kamala Harris, couple 3 days after Kamala Harris actually appeared with the NABJ and answered questions as well. And I had to show him. I had to pull my phone out and pull it up and show him where Kamala Harris was on stage answering questions from Black journalists at the NABJ, because he believed in his mind that Kamala Harris didn't show up because she didn't want to answer questions. And he still had a dazed look on his face after I showed him the video where she was there. Showed him still pictures and pull up the video where she was there on stage answering questions at the NABJ. And I told him that they said before the Orange Idiot even came out on stage that Kamala Harris would be there on a later date. I had to explain to him about the abortion issue. I had to explain to him to let him know that with the abortion issue, it's not just about abortion, it's about women's health. It's about the fact that women don't have the rights to control their own bodies. I had to explain to him the fact that if a woman is carrying a baby, even if they want a child, they want this child and they're carrying this baby and this child and there's a miscarriage, that doctors won't even perform procedures to do what they have to do to save the woman's life in the case of a miscarriage once the baby has stopped developing, once the heart is stopped, once that baby is no longer viable inside that woman, that the doctors can't even go in and do anything to rectify the situation because of the laws that the Orange Idiot and the Republican assholes are trying to put place in this national abortion ban. Even in the state of Florida, if you beyond 6 weeks and you go and you have a fucking miscarriage or whatever, you got to wait until, you got to walk around with a non-viable baby in your stomach until something happens and that baby passes naturally. And how that happens, I don't know. Yeah, as far as a medical standpoint, I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't say how that process would play out. But you can't even get health care. I explained to him that if your 10-year-old child, if you had a 10-year-old little girl and she was raped by somebody unknown, or she's being molested by a stepdad or a dad or something, and she came impregnated, that child would be forced to carry her rapist baby at a 10-year-old because of the laws that the Republican Party is trying to put in place. Had to try to break all this down to him and get him to just understand the hypocrisy, the stupidity, the hate, everything that's affiliated with the Republican Party nowadays. I had to try to break it down to him. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know if I got to him. And I know if I can't get to him, it's shit. Might not be no hope. Got a few comments. Let's see. Mr. Pugh said, yeah, I'm going out time to I know I was going out. Facebook kept kicking me off. I was still live on WPMM website and the app. I was still live, but yeah, Facebook, anytime I talk about the Orange Idiot, Facebook try to kick me off, so I appreciate that. Mr. Adams said the day that the interview Kamala Harris was at the funeral of Sheila Jackson Lee. You're exactly right. She was in Texas that particular day at Sheila Jackson Lee's funeral. She actually gave the eulogy at Sheila Jackson Lee's funeral, if I'm not mistaken. And, like I said, they said before the interview even started that she could not be there because she had another commitment that she had to take care of. Yes, how do I feel about the amendments? 3 and 4, we have to vote on in November. 3, I might have them switched up, Mr. John, so tell me if I got them switched up. 3 is the marijuana, and 4 is the dealing with the abortions, or basically dealing with the abortions. I'm voting yes for both of them because I don't think they need to take away the rights for women to do what they need to do with their bodies, and don't listen to a Republican. I had them switch. So four is the weed, three is the abortion issue. I keep getting them mixed up. My bad. I'm getting old, Mr. John. I'm getting old. My brain don't work, especially when I got to deal with numbers. But yeah, I'm voting yes for both because women should have the right. And I'm not saying that I'm for abortion or against abortion because it's not my call. As a man, I cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. If somebody I'm with became pregnant or whatever the case may be, hopefully, we can have a discussion as to how we want to move forward with it. But the ultimate decision is going to lie within that woman because that's her body. And she has the right to control her body. There's no legislation out there for anything to be controlled on a man's body. There's no piece of legislation in any state, in any local government, state government, or federal government. There's no laws anywhere that regulates the conditions of a man's body. Mr. Adams say he's voting for both. Mr. Pugh say he's voting for both. Yeah, 3 and 4. However, I know I switched them up, but we're voting yes on both of them. Mr. Pugh said that's the woman's God-given right to choose. You're exactly right. And like I say, I'm not saying I'm for abortion or against abortion. I am for the ability for that woman to make the decision based on what she thinks is best for her. If she have a spouse or a significant other and they have to have that discussion together, I encourage that discussion to take place between both parties. But as you men, you should allow that woman or not hold anything against that woman for making the ultimate decision as to what she want to do with her own body. And no old white man in any office should be able to dictate what that woman do with her coochie. Let's see, we just got a couple more minutes. Mr. Adams put another comment. He said the right to choose exactly down ballot is very important. Please emphasize that people are not going to just vote for the president. The president will not patch a pothole in front of your house. You're exactly right. The down ballot is I always say that the midterm election is one of the most important fucking elections that we can have. Down the presidency, not let me take that back. I ain't gonna say it. But the midterm is one of the most important, or to me, is more important than the presidential election half the time, that midterm vote. But we got to get out and vote for the presidential election and the midterms. And right now, I've never told anybody who to vote for or whatever, but this election, you got to vote blue down the ballot. Don't vote for anybody that has Republican next to their name. If you see REP next to a name, or if you see that MAGA crap or whatever you can, don't vote for that bullshit. Vote blue down the ballot. I don't give a fuck who it is. Let's get some people with common fucking sense in office, and then hopefully, within the next 4 years, the Republicans will get out of the cult. They'll stop drinking the fucking Kool-Aid and get on board with reality again. Because at one point in time, I didn't have a problem with voting for a Republican because some Republicans had ideas that were better or worked best for me than some of the Democrats. So it's not just because I'm a registered Democrat that I'm a vote Democrat. I'm a vote for the person who makes the most fucking sense. And right now, the Republican Party makes no sense, period. So if you have any kind of sense in your brain, any kind of active fucking brain cells, use that one brain cell that's active and vote blue. If you don't do nothing else in your life, vote blue. Sit your dumb ass at home and don't vote at all. But anyway, it's time for me to get up out of here. Mr. John dropped a comment. Maybe we can get you to run against Matt Gaetz next time around. Well, hopefully, I forgot her first name, Gay. Her last name is Gay. She's running against Matt Gaetz. Hopefully, people will get out and vote for her, so we can get Matt Gaetz up out of here. And then we got to work on getting DeSantis up out of here. We got to get Rick Scott up out of here. We got to get Byron Donald, dumb fucking Sambo ass up out of here. See, I gotta go. I'm cussing too much, and y'all gonna put me in hell in a minute. But it's time for me to get up out of here. We're at the top of the hour. We got more shows coming up on WPMM Radio. I want to thank you guys for participating in the conversation today. It's been wonderful. Much needed conversation. I'll be back on Thursday night, 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you join me here Thursday. We're going to continue on with the conversations and the information that you need to know. And I didn't even talk about the local news, so my apologies. We'll get to that on Thursday because we got a lot going on in Pensacola that need to be talked about as well. So thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next. Shit, we got some weather coming up real quick, people. Real quick. We got some weather that may be coming up in the next few days, Thursday, Friday, or so, somewhere around Thursday. There's not a named storm out there right now, but there's a 70. At last I saw, was 70% chance that the storm will escalate into up to a Category 3 storm. But right now, it's not even named storm. So be diligent. Right now, it's tracked to go east of us, near the Big Bend area of Florida. But y'all know, being in the panhandle of Florida, being on the Gulf, that these storms are unpredictable. So there's no reason to panic at this point because we're not in the direct line of any danger. But do be vigilant. Just be aware. Just be aware. And particularly in the next 2 days, pay close attention to because the next update comes out at 10 o'clock tonight to see if there's any shifts in the paths. If it's going to shift east, west, whatever the case may be, that's supposed to come up at 10 o'clock tonight. So just pay attention to it. Be vigilant. And don't panic right now because, like I said, we're not in the direct path. So even if it shifts anywhere to the west, just anticipate, probably Thursday, Friday, kids may not be in school. So, start thinking about that as well. So, but anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. I'll see you on Thursday, 6 o'clock. Till then, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And I'm out of here.